1,000 nomadic children benefit from Bauchi State vacation courses. Yaba Tech secures €117,000 EU grant to develop solar-powered aquaponics for food security. The United States boosts agricultural ties with Nigeria by backing fish farming modernization. Good evening and welcome to Hmma News at 5 with me, Nunanba, Agabus Eridan. No fewer than 1,000 nomadic children across 20 local government areas of Bauchi State have benefited from the nomadic vacation courses organized by the Bauchi State Agency for Nomadic Education, Basani. The Executive Secretary of Basani, Ahmad Abdullahi Bello, disclosed this at a send-forth held at Government Girls Secondary School, Yana, in Shira local government area. Bello said the program was designed to expand access to quality education for nomadic communities and ensure that their children enjoy the same opportunities as their peers in rural and urban areas. He said the course is focused on English and mathematics, subjects he described as the foundation for careers in science, engineering, and the social sciences. The Executive Secretary commended parents, traditional leaders, local authorities, and other stakeholders for their support, noting that the performance and enthusiasm of the students, particularly the girls, were encouraging. Bello reaffirmed the agency's commitment to identifying underserved communities in need of nomadic schools, describing the program as a beacon of hope for inclusive education in the state. The chairman of Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore in Shira local government area, Muhammadu Ore, lauded Basani for restoring hope among nomadic communities through education and healthcare initiatives. He assured that the association would continue to support the program. The Yaba College of Technology, Yaba Tech, has secured a €117,000, approximately 200 million naira grant from the European Union to develop a solar-powered integrated aquaponics system focusing on catfish production alongside vegetable and maize farming. The grant was awarded under the Project Integrated Aquaponics System for Sustainable Catfish Production and Dual Crop Cultivation of Leafy Vegetables and Corn. The initiative is being coordinated by Funmilayo Doherty, Director of the Center for Research, Support and Grants Management at Yaba Tech, with technical expertise from the University of Lagos, University of Turku, and University of Lapland. Doherty is also the Director of Center for Research, Support and Grants Management, Yaba College of Technology. According to Yaba Tech's spokesman, Adekunle Adams, the project was aimed at advancing food security through development of a solar-powered aquaponics system that integrated catfish production with vegetable and maize farming. The spokesperson disclosed that the grant would enable establishment of a local innovation hub in Lagos, testing and replication of the system, and promotion of sustainable agriculture and community-based food resilience. He added that Doherty attributed the success to Yaba Tech's drive to align research with national and global challenges under the leadership of Ibrahim Abdul. Doherty noted that deliberate efforts by college to bridge the gap between technical education and the real world needs to prepare Nigerian youths to compete favorably in both local and global spaces. Adams further explained that the project is designed to be replicable and scalable across Nigeria and West Africa, leveraging Yaba Tech's pool of over 200 PhD qualified lecturers for research, training, and policy engagement. The 37th Annual International Conference of the Biotechnology Society of Nigeria, BSN, has declared biotechnology as the indispensable catalyst for Nigeria's national growth, food security, wealth creation, health resilience, and environmental sustainability. The three-day event, themed Innovative Biotechnology for National Growth, Pathways to Food Security, Health and Environmental Sustainability, was hosted at the National Root Crops Research Institute, Umudike, Abia State, in collaboration with Michael Okpara University of Agriculture. In its communiqué, the conference called for urgent national action to scale agricultural innovations, invest in biomanufacturing, strengthen public health surveillance, and enact science-driven policies. It warned that without these steps, Nigeria risks being left behind in the global technological landscape. Over 150 abstracts were submitted, with lead papers delivered by experts from Nigeria, South Africa, and the United States. The keynote lecture, presented by a US-based professor, Nwadioto Isiobu, underscored biotechnology's role in securing the nation's future through innovation in agriculture, health, and environmental management. In his welcome address, NRCRI Executive Director Chidozie Egesi stressed that the Institute had already deployed biotechnology in developing resilient, high-yielding varieties of cassava, yam, and sweet potato. Lead presentations covered agricultural biotechnology innovations, wastewater-based epidemiology for disease surveillance, biotechnology in African agriculture, bioentrepreneurship, and biotechnology for healthcare and biosafety. President Bola Tinubu arrived in Brasilia, Brazil on Monday with a call for renewed diplomatic and economic cooperation between Nigeria and the South American country. In a post via his official X handle on Monday, the president described his meeting with Brazilian leader Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva as a renewal of what he described as the historic relationship between both nations. The Nigerian leader expressed his readiness to deepen cooperation in agriculture, energy, trade and culture with the Brazilian leader and the government. The Nigerian leader, who flew in from Los Angeles, United States, was received at the Brasilia Air Base by senior Brazilian government officials, including Ambassador Carlos Sergio Sobral Duarte, Secretary for Africa and the Middle East, and Ambassador Carlos Jose Arias Moreno Garcete, Brazil's envoy to Nigeria. Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, also joined in receiving the president. Other ministers, heads of key government agencies, and private sector leaders later welcomed Tinubu to his hotel ahead of a series of bilateral talks and the signing of Memorandum of Understanding. Please stay tuned for more stories. To have you back. As climate change drives more intense heat waves, over 2.4 billion workers who are regularly exposed to dangerous hot conditions are already feeling the health impacts of rising temperatures, particularly manual workers in sectors such as agriculture, construction, and fisheries. The World Meteorological Organization (WMO) and World Health Organization (WHO) have therefore called on policymakers to guide and protect workers from the impacts of increasing heat stress. The global agencies also warned that increasing heat episodes are leading to health issues for vulnerable populations in developing countries such as children, old adults, and low-income populations. The two United Nations bodies raised the alarm in a new report and technical guidance entitled Climate Change and Workplace Heat Stress, which relied on 5 decades of research and evidence, highlighting that the health and productivity of workers are severely impacted by rising temperatures. Daytime temperatures of over 40 degrees Celsius and even above 40 degrees Celsius are becoming increasingly common, a clear indication that immediate action is needed to address the worsening impact of heat stress on workers worldwide. The report and technical guidance complement findings of the recent International Labour Organization reports, which highlight that more than 2.4 billion workers are exposed to excessive heat globally, resulting in over 22.85 million occupational injuries yearly. According to the study, approximately half the global population suffers adverse consequences of high temperatures. However, to tackle these challenges, the report calls for the implementation of occupational heat action plans tailored to specific industries and regions and developed in collaboration with employers, workers, unions, and public health experts. The United States has intensified its agricultural partnership with Nigeria, supporting initiatives to modernize fish farming and promote American soybean exports in the country. The development was highlighted at the graduation ceremony of the inaugural Next Gen Leaders for Aquaculture Innovation Program in Abuja, organized by the U.S. Mission in Nigeria in collaboration with the American Soybean Association's World Initiative for Soy in Human Health, ASA-WISH, and local agribusiness, Sedge Farms Consult. The 5-month program trained 10 young Nigerians in modern aquaculture practices, including the use of soy-based feed, aimed at building a resilient and sustainable fish farming sector. Speaking at the event, Chris Bialecki, the U.S. Mission's agricultural counselor, said agriculture remained at the core of the U.S.-Nigeria commercial and investment partnership, emphasizing that the adoption of innovative practices such as soy inclusion in feed would contribute to long-term food security and economic stability in Nigeria. The Wisconsin soybean grower and member of ASA-WISH trade delegation to Nigeria, Nancy Kavazanjian, described the program as evidence of soy's potential to strengthen Nigeria's fish farming value chain. Bilateral agricultural trade between the U.S. and Nigeria reached $429 million in 2024, with forecasts suggesting the figure could more than double in 2025. The momentum is partly driven by Nigeria's structural food deficit and rising urban demand for affordable protein. To end the news, here are the headlines once again. "1,000 nomadic children benefit from Bauchi State vacation courses." Yaba Tech secures €117,000 EU grant to develop solar-powered aquaponics for food security. And lastly, the United States boosts agricultural ties with Nigeria by backing fish farming modernization. That's the news. I am Nunenba Agabus Eridan. Have a pleasant evening.